Welcome, everybody, to another Horror Corner. And this is second to last episode until we take a extended break.
Hiatus.
Yeah,
Summer
hiatus.
vacation.
A hiatus. When you get to write your book, right? It's going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be all about
Finishing
horror,
the book.
right?
Mm-hmm. That's
Exactly.
correct. You're
Exactly.
correct. Mm-hmm.
And I will be off doing
And you're
going to
go save the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, probably. I don't know. If I do the relief thing, that'll be interesting. There's a lot of natural disasters that are happening in the Philippines right now. So
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
You will be missed at Mad Monster and by everybody in Arizona. But for now, we've got two more.
We got two more.
The final two.
And we're gonna end up with a banger. We're gonna do Zombieland tonight. Do you have Zombieland, The Planet Burning behind you?
That's the one.
This is an epic film from 2009.
Yeah.
What were you doing in 2009?
2009, I was, working really hard and being a mom of a young one and watching probably a lot of American Horror Story. I feel like I can flash back to the house that I lived in 2009. I know exactly what job I had, but I spent a lot of time with an infant watching movies and TV shows that I shouldn't watch with an infant when she was asleep.
Nice.
Asterisk. How about you? What were you doing in 2009?
Well, I was I started going to conventions I think around like 2008, like majorly going to conventions.
Okay.
So about 2009, I believe Phoenix Comic-Con was still in Mesa Convention Center around that time.
Okay.
So yeah, it was starting to get bigger. I remember that, and getting better guests and everything. Yeah, and then I think it was like
17 years ago.
Yeah, I think 2010, 2011 it moved to the Phoenix Convention Center, South Convention Center, the Civic Center. But
I didn't know that it was ever at Mesa.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Started off.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't start off at Mesa, but it ended up in Mesa, and then they just had to expand because it was just getting way too big. But yeah, that I was basically at the beginning of doing conventions and hanging out with a lot of other cosplayers that ended up being like really big later on. Like really big. Some even getting into spokespeople for video games and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and about 2014, that's when I started my photography. So
nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So
it
that's
sounds
what
a
I was
lot more fun than taking care of a 1-year-old. But
no, taking care of kids is awesome. Come on.
It's it's awesome, but I will say it has its moments. I'll drop them off anytime you want.
And your kids
They're a lot more
up.
self-sufficient.
Your kids are all grown up now, right?
Oh, well, kind of. Getting there.
Getting there. Speaking of kids, there is a actress in here that grew up really fast in Hollywood, in my opinion. She just
oh yeah.
I remember when she was Little Miss Sunshine, and just even before that, I remember when she was in Signs, another horror movie, where the monsters couldn't open wooden doors.
That's such a great movie, though. Honestly,
yes. And she was like a baby. Swing away. And then you had her, of course, in Zombieland, and we just watched her grow up really fast through the years, and it doesn't seem that long.
Oh
too.
yeah.
No. Also,
Abigail Breslin,
and another actress in here that was really early on in her career at this time. That's now an A-list actress. Is Emma Stone. I think the first movie I saw her in was Superbad.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. My mom and I we used to go to these pre-screening movies where you had to basically give your critique on the film, and what they would do is take that critique and edit it basically to see, oh well, they like this about this, well they hated this, well we can take this out or whatever. You write your little review down and everything. So I got to see a lot of movies before they even came out, and sometimes the movie that came out wasn't the movie that I saw. There were a lot of scenes in Superbad that never made it into the.
I bet you those were great scenes.
Yeah, but sitting with my mom, I'm like, oh god.
Like, yeah, that's one of those movies. Funny enough, I definitely watched that movie with my daughter, and she regularly throws out some references from it. She was probably way too young to watch that movie when she saw it. What year did Superbad come out?
Let's see. Hold on a second. No, I'll have to look that up. Hold on. Superbad.
Because I'm trying to remember.
2007.
I remember it. Okay, yeah, it was definitely before Easy A. I feel like I didn't really notice Emma Stone. Sorry, Emma. In Superbad as much as if you would have asked me the first film I saw her in, I would have gone for Easy A, which is
I own that
such
too.
a great flick. It's such a good movie.
It is.
Anytime I hear that, I got a pocket,
full of sunshine. Yes.
Instant flashback. Yep, the card. It's so great. Yeah, she's fantastic. Now she's had songs written about her by Taylor Swift. That's how big she is. And I don't know, was she a local or did she just go to acting school here in Phoenix?
Let's see. She was born
she went to Valley
in
Youth
Scottsdale.
Theater.
She was born in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Local girl.
Local girl, yeah. Not an actual redhead too. So
yeah, she looks good in this movie.
Yes.
I'm digging the dark hair. I'm digging the, super smoky eyes. I think she can pull off many, many looks. And Secret, I definitely had a red phase. And I definitely had pictures of Emma Stone on my phone when I went to the salon. I was like, do this.
Make me look like
exactly.
Make me look like her.
Make me look like Emma Stone, please.
And we get Jesse Eisenberg. Now, Jesse Eisenberg was a little popular at this time, but not like Social Network popular.
Yeah. He's great in this movie. He gives Michael Cera at like that sort of awkward,
competent Michael Cera, in my opinion.
Exactly, but sort of like reluctant hero, underdog kind of sweet. I really like his character in this movie. And then of course everybody's favorite, Woody Harrelson, which I mean, what's not to love about Woody Harrelson?
It's Woody Harrelson. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was younger, and you were a wee lass,
you got sometimes I wanna go.
Yeah, where everybody. I watched every single episode. I love Cheers. Like that was an incredible show, and he was one of the main characters on there. So growing up with Woody Harrelson, and watching him, evolve as an actor. And
here's a throwback. You remember Kelly from Cheers, the Kelly episode? Oh yeah. And he really has. He kind of often plays this character or some version of it, some nowadays, this Zombieland character. But he's had some, kind of diversification, I feel like, in his career, like with the Hunger Games franchise. But I love Woody Harrelson as a sarcastic, funny badass. I think it's the best character for him.
It fits him, and it fit his character in Hunger Games as well. So it's sort of like he plays sort of a drunk, sarcastic, kind of an asshole
iteration.
But in here, he's a badass, but he's also kind of a dick as well, because he's seen some shit.
Yeah.
And
it's like how many degrees from Natural Born Killers is Woody Harrelson in any given role?
Exactly.
Is he a complete psycho asshole, Serial killer? No, take it down a notch. Add a little bit more humor.
Yeah. So in this world, a strain of mad cow disease mutates and infects humans, and they turn into zombies. So at the time,
Yeah,
mad cow was a thing.
it was. I
There's
remember the mad cow.
Yes, there's this show I
The
used to
cow was
call
pissed.
with William Shatner called Boston Legal, and he always had this joke about him be having mad cow.
Ah,
Because,
okay. All
his
right, fair
brain
enough.
would always go off somewhere and he would forget things, and he's like, mad cow.
We
uh,
had a lot of that. We had swine flu. We had a lot of, like, during that period, a lot of, like,
well,
you were super nervous to eat any,
we had
meat
H1,
at
N1, and
A
everything. Yeah.
yeah, avian, bird flu, and who would have known that it was gonna be COVID, right? But it's funny, I mean, there's like a fun fact around that with this movie. Woody Harrelson's vegan,
Yep.
and he actually, funny enough, with the whole mad cow thing in this, he couldn't actually eat the Twinkie. Did you know that? Twinkies are not vegan.
Nope.
No, no, that's a big no-no, so they had to have faux Twinkies in this movie, which Twinkies are such a big part of this movie too.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a major plot point in this film as well.
Mm,
Which you would be like, what? What's a Twinkie have to do with zombie film? The one thing I love about this
a
film
lot.
is the editing as well. It's very,
Yes.
it works so well, especially with like explaining the world that they're in. Like
Mhm.
how it
Yes.
starts off with Jesse Eisenberg's character. What was it? What was his
The
name? Oh
rules.
yes, the rules. Yes,
Oh, yeah,
Columbus. Yeah, that
he's
was Columbus.
Columbus.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was gonna say Ohio,
Mhm.
but like no, Columbus. He has specific rules because he is not your typical like tough survivor. He's very cautious and maybe a little bit of OCD uh,
Mhm.
and a
He's
fear of
I
clowns.
I relate. I relate so hard to this. Is exactly the type of person I would be if an apocalypse happened. I'd be making rules. I'd be like the very careful, look around the corner. I wish that I would be a Tallahassee. I would not be. I would be a Columbus.
I think I'll probably be in the middle of Tallahassee and Columbus because um, I already know how to use weapons and also how to defend
That's
myself.
true.
But I also like to think ahead and
Mhm.
write lists. So, especially for Columbus, he has specific things, especially like you know, cardio. You have to keep up with
Yeah.
cardio. And he talks about
Mhm.
how overweight people were the first ones to go. And they just this scene of this
Mhm.
overweight guy just running through a football field and the zombies chasing him. And you're like, well, yep, I hate to say that because,
Yeah.
these days, I think some of the jokes in here kind of wouldn't work with some people today because they'd be like, that's
Mhm.
offensive. How dare they say that?
Yeah.
But when you actually look in hindsight, they're like, that's kind of true. We probably wouldn't
But true.
survive.
Yeah.
We probably wouldn't survive
If
because, like, yeah.
if
Because if
you're in
they're,
a zombie universe where zombies can run,
yeah.
then I mean, it's probably the main reason that I work out is just in case of alien invasion or zombie apocalypse.
Well, you're screwed if
So
there's an alien
start
invasion
working
because
out now.
they could get on there. If it's like the xenomorphs, they can run on all fours
Mm,
and they go a lot faster than humans. So,
thanks. No, I'm
yeah,
gonna have to work out extra hard tomorrow.
if you haven't seen the recent Alien show, that thing is awesome.
I have it.
It's on,
I
yeah,
have it.
it's on
I
Disney Hulu. So I don't know.
okay.
Yeah.
I agree with you though. I'm a huge fan of like integrated topography. Like they do it really well these days on Friends and Neighbors if anybody's watching that on Apple. I love any show or movie where as the narrator is going through something, you get the stats. You
Oh
get the
yeah.
pop-up graphics, and it's just such a cool way to tell a story and I think it really helps with pacing. It keeps viewers really captivated because it's a different way to draw attention in what would typically be, just a narrated scene. So they do that throughout. Like they have at one point in the movie the fun best zombie kill of the week or something, which they only reference it once in this movie,
Yeah,
which
it
is
never comes
hilarious.
back. It never comes back.
And it
Like
never comes back.
the
Yeah,
piano
but
kill,
it's
that was
fun.
awesome. Like
Mhm.
I forgot her name, but like she's like a teacher or something
Mhm.
like that, and she just pulls this like thing cord, and all of a sudden she gets walks into the door, and a piano comes down on a zombie, and it's like, yep,
Right.
that was awesome. That was
Yeah. Just and like gold emblem, zombie kill of the week. I mean, that kind of stuff it's just so fun in movies and shows. I wish I don't know, it plays upon my ADHD brain, I think. Gives me that zero in factor for a minute, but I wish more movies and shows did that. They do it really well here.
yeah.
And great music too.
Oh, awesome
Lest we
music.
forget opening credits with Metallica for Whom the Bell Tolls, with a ton of kind of real life zombie scenarios and just, mayhem. It reminds me kind of not as crazy opening sequence as Army of the Dead. Is that what we decided it was called? The Batista
I think it's already dead.
recent,
Yeah. Or what was
yeah,
it? We talked about Dawn of the Dead and that intro as well
Dawn of the
with
Dead. Yeah.
When a Man Comes Around by Johnny Cash. No, but I
Yeah,
like the
zombie movies.
zombie movies. They like to
Yeah,
do the
if
cool
you're
intros.
do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. If you're not doing it, what are you doing?
Yeah. So like I said, this movie really starts off with narration from Jesse Eisenberg's character Columbus, and that's not his actual name. These are like nicknames. They name them after
Mm,
where they're from because a lot of them don't really want to give out their real names. Especially they don't want to have any close connections because in case somebody dies, they wouldn't like, oh, that poor Johnny. Like, oh well, that poor Dallas. I don't know.
mhm.
I just know he's
Yep.
from what's the state. Um, in here we get to see him. He was a college student. He doesn't really have a good relationship with his family. And then all of a sudden, this girl that he sort of like had a thing for shows up at his
Yeah.
apartment. What was it? That was
Amber
Amber Heard.
Heard.
Yeah, that was a young Amber Heard.
Yeah. Mhm.
She said that she got attacked by somebody, and uh, he
Tried
falls.
to bite her.
Yeah, tried to bite her. Tried, maybe
Mhm.
succeeded.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
he helps her out. Uh, Early in the morning, he wakes up and she's like on top of him in the wrong way.
Mhm.
She
Yeah,
has,
not the way you want.
yeah, she's completely turned and she comes after him. There's a scene in here where she gets her like or ankle squashed in the door, and then she's just walking
Mhm.
on it as like it's like cracking, and that effect
Yeah,
you hear the
it's great.
sound effects, just a crack crack as she's coming after him.
Mhm.
And there's a bit of comedy in that attack too. It's not just like, oh, it's
Yeah.
horrifying. It's like there's some goofy scenes in there where she's like sticking her tongue through what was it, a curtain, a bath curtain, and or
Mhm.
shower curtain, and he's throwing toilet paper or something like paper towels at her and stuff. It's just funny
Mhm.
scene because it's supposed to be like really scary because now she's turned into a zombie and you're in a very enclosed space. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, that
Yeah, it's funny. We talked about, we've done a lot of zombie movies recently, and I think by now anybody who's tuning in knows I love a good horror comedy. We've had a lot of horror action films. This one's kind of a perfect blend, right? It's a lot of action and then just fun throughout the movie too. So you kind of get everything.
oh yeah, it's uh, and it's a classic. I think for a lot of people, they put it like in the top 10 or top 20 at least of their favorite zombie
Yeah.
films. So
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite, like, comedic moments is one of the first lines in the movie, and it's when Columbus he talks about, "I was born in Texas, so I can make fun of Texas." He talks about, Garland, Te he's like, "Yeah, I'm in Garland, Texas," and something like, "It looks burnt out," but that's not because it's a zombie apocalypse, that's just what Garland, Texas looks like. Moments like that throughout the movie, that just good comedy, and his character, like a Michael Cera, it's he just comes across so kind of innocently awkward
Yeah,
that it plays it really well. It's kind of a different deadpan.
it's in some way they're. I feel like sometimes they come off as the way they speak and move around. Some maybe a little bit autistic. Is that okay to
Maybe,
say?
yeah, a
Yeah,
little on the spectrum.
I don't know if they are
You
personally, but just a
you're
lot of their
throw
characters
out
that
your
they play.
socials.
Just a lot of
It's your
characters.
social time.
Yeah, it's not, yeah. A lot of the characters that they play come off
Mhm.
that way. Like neurodivergent,
Well,
and
yeah,
it's
I'm a
very
huge fan of Francois Dillinger, Youth and Revolt, Michael
hmm
Cera,
yeah.
with oh my gosh, so many amazing uh awesome actors in that movie, but he absolutely his character is I think the only character where I haven't seen I guess Jesse Eisenberg maybe in um, you just said it at the beginning of the recording, the
Social
Facebook
network.
movie,
Yeah, so, yeah,
Social Network, and Michael Cera in the End of the World movie, where he's playing like the asshole version of Michael Cera.
yeah.
Those are kind of the only two movies where they don't play that typical character. You're right.
Well, I mean, even Mark Zuckerberg, the way he played him, he almost played him as somebody with Asperger's,
Hmm.
like somebody who is so
Hmm.
focused on something he doesn't have really good social skills whatsoever, and misses a lot of cues around him of people that he's apparently being an asshole to, and he doesn't care because he's focused on this, not on other
So he's
people's
dead
feelings.
on.
Yeah, not other people's feelings. So
He's dead on then, right?
yeah, almost like
Perfect portrayal.
being an android. Um,
Right.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's perfect. You
st-
nailed it.
yeah, sitting in front of Congress, and you're like, is that the real Mark Zuckerberg, or
Mhm.
did he replace himself with an android? I don't know.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, from this, I really liked Jesse Eisenberg's role in here because he is, an unassuming type of like hero in here, and
Yeah.
he he tries to follow his rules. That's how he survives, and then he runs to somebody like Tallahassee, who is someone who likes to break the rules. He is
Yeah.
someone that has fun killing. He has
Mhm.
and his search for um, Twinkies, which apparently can last quite a while even after its expiration date.
Forever.
I would say
Mhm. Oh,
I
yeah,
would
that was
say
always the
forever.
thing.
I would say forever, as long as they're
I
fully sealed. As long as they're fully sealed.
I definitely remember growing up and someone telling me some sort of fun fact that Twinkies had like okay, so we're gonna look this up real quick. Keep talking. I'll roll in with the expiration on a Twinkie.
I really do like the scene where they end up going to they first meet, and they point guns at each other. They're on like a freeway. There's a bunch of cars that are just like blocking. I guess people had they got out of their cars and started running, and they just left them in the middle of the highway. So it's really difficult to get on the roads because the roads aren't clear, and that's where they first meet. And they end up going to a grocery store because Tallahassee has a hankering to find those Twinkies. And there we get a meeting between Wichita and Little Rock.
Mhm. Okay, in for the update.
And for the update,
I'm disappointed
you're
because it
disappointed.
seems as though that might be an urban legend. So Twinkies, they are safe to eat for years, but they won't taste good. Their official shelf life is 65 days, and the past printed date is 1 to 2 years plus. So there's no official note that you can have them last forever. It definitely was a myth. Uh, so yeah, I guess in 2012, Hostess temporarily went through bankruptcy,
Yep.
and they tweaked the recipe, adding a few more standard preservatives, which increased its shelf life from 26 days to 65 days. But that's still all. heck of a lot less than what I thought the shelf life was for Twinkies. So I stand corrected. This is Horror Corner bringing you just the facts.
Just the
Mark
facts.
Zuckerberg is an android, and Twinkies shelf life of 65 days. All right, back to the story.
Back to the
Enter
story. Yes.
Wichita and Little Rock.
Yes. So we get to meet them, and they're little con artists. They act very
Yeah.
innocent, like, "Oh, my sister, she's been she's been
Mhm.
bitten. She needs help." And nope, they're just gonna steal your shit.
Yep, and they've got lore too. They've got like an origin story of their cons that is epic. So I mean, they've been at this before the zombie game. That's their shtick.
Yeah.
You just when you think you can trust them, you can't.
They can't trust those smoky eyes. It's the smoky eyes. It's when you put on the
The
mascara and
smoky
the
eye.
eyeliner, and you have that sort of
Mm-hmm.
almost like dark. You have the rouge on, and then
Mm-hmm.
yes, you'll fall for it every time, but you can't.
That's
You
the
just
thing.
can't.
Nope. Don't trust a smoky eye. You heard it here.
And you're like, but I'm gonna wear smoky eye in my next in my next job.
I'm gonna do a smoky eye for the final recording. I love, when, so of course you allude to their little con artists, and initially they rob these guys and take off with their vehicle and all their guns and stuff. And it's definitely a fun moment. You kind of think, oh gosh, these two are unstoppable. But as this movie progresses, there's these moments where it feels like this group of four people, as they reunite, they become more and more of like almost like a family unit. And there's a great montage scene where they're driving when they reconnect, and the four of them, they kind of continually switch places in the vehicle, and it's so much like a family car trip.
Yeah.
If anybody's ever had the pleasure of going on long road trips with your family, and at various times, different people in the car are sleeping, and other people are talking about weird things, and the music changes. I thought that was another really fun element of this movie. It showed it was a lot of fun, interesting conversation to kind of briefly pay attention to. Again, unlocking something in my ADHD brain, but also you kind of start to see this organic bond that happens between the characters. I thought it was such a good way to do that very quickly because, I mean, this movie, it's to go from a horrific, incident, group of loners, people ripping people off to, actually developing bonds. That stuff, typically takes a little bit of time and trust, but they do it in such a way that it feels really organic and true in this movie. I thought that was a smart way to bring in those ties.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a whole family unit, and I like the like I said, like you said, the car scene, the montage was really funny. I like when Little Rock brought up like Hannah Montana. She's trying to explain to
Yeah.
them that it's like when she's wearing the wig,
Mhm.
she's Hannah Montana. When she's not, she's
Ex
you know.
Exactly. Yeah, and then, in that same sequence, but later on or before, I can't remember, you've got Woody Harrelson or Tallahassee trying to explain who you've never heard of Willie Nelson, and it's that, all of those different transitions and arguing, and at one point, Abigail or, Little Rock is behind the wheel,
Yeah.
and they're telling her how fast she can drive. Just a total, or, group of friends road trip kind of dynamic. But you see, like, there's parts where badass Tallahassee is in the back seat, and Little Rock has like fallen asleep, like leaning against him, and it looks like, a dad and a daughter almost. And through the movie too, you start to learn Tallahassee. He's a badass and he's crazy and fun, but he also, like everybody in this world always is struggling with his own, set of circumstances. And it just, there's a lot of very quick, well done character building in this movie.
Oh yeah, and even his past story, he talks about losing someone where we thought originally it was a dog, and
Yeah, just
he comes off as this hard ass, but he actually has
mhm.
somewhat of a heart of gold. He's just kind of hardened it because of the events that took place before. And I do
Yeah.
like when they're like kind of brushing off all the stress. They find um, that Native American shop.
They went to Old Town Scottsdale,
Yeah,
basically.
basically, and they ended up destroying the place.
Yeah, that's all I could think of the whole time. I went to Old Town, oh gosh, a couple of months ago. I met a friend for brunch, and after we ate, we went and walked around. And I haven't been to those like Native American art stores. That's what the inside of this store felt like. It
Yeah,
had, various like glass shelves of pottery, and then the kids section that has all the like bag of rocks you can put together with the different little crystals, and
the
they just
beads.
tear it up.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the beads, the drums. At one point you've got the, uh inappropriate appropriation headdress running through the
I,
store,
I mean,
and they're
who's
just
gonna care?
having a
Who's gonna
good
care at
time.
this time? I mean, almost everybody's dead. So
Nobody's
no.
nobody's around to care. Yeah.
I do like before they enter the store, they make sure that to clear the store out, and you see this one zombie come out and shoot him they shoot him, and then they double tap, and that's one rule too, is to double tap, make
Mhm.
sure that they're dead, because in a lot of horror movies, it's like you shoot him once and you're like, oh, he's dead. I shot him in the
Mhm.
chest. Like, no, shoot him in the head. The head.
Yeah.
Make sure there's no brains left.
Yep. I mean, how many times does that happen in horror movies where I that's if people, don't go in the shed or whatever you yell at people in horror movies, mine is always kill him, like all the way. Do not leave it, because we all have seen the movie before. Shoot the monster's coming back. Should we go through it, cuz I actually listed the rules out. At
Yeah.
least the rules as we know them.
Yeah, list the
So
rules
you
out.
mentioned cardio. You
Yes.
mentioned cardio. That's rule number 1. Number 2, you just mentioned, is the double tap, which frankly is my horror movie rule number 1 always. But number 3, beware of the bathrooms. Number 4, fasten your seatbelts, because literally and figuratively, you never know when you're going to have to slam on your brakes in the car. Number 7, so we miss a 5 and a 6, is pack light. Number 17, now we skip 10, don't be a hero, which is a fun one that comes back later on. Number 22, know your way out. Number 31, check the back seat. And number 32, enjoy the little things. So
Yeah.
those are the rules that we get out of Zombieland First Edition.
Yeah, it's interesting because especially the backseat one. You heard that urban legend where a woman was being followed
Mhm.
by somebody, and she stops into a gas station and runs the gas attendant, going, "Ah, somebody's after me!" And all of a sudden, the guy stops behind her and gets out of the car, and then runs up to her car, pulls a guy out of her back seat, and realizes this guy was
Mhm.
trying to warn you the whole time that
But
there's
yeah, the
somebody in the back
flashing
seat.
lights,
Yes.
the car behind. Every time I flashed my lights, he'd put his head down, or what. Every girl, I feel like that's in our handbook. We have to learn that story and viciously believe it. Um, yeah, no, I would you add any rules to this list of rules? I mean, I'm
I
sure
mean,
there's a bazillion, but
the rules. I mean, they're the ones that are at least given in the movie. They're pretty good. Like
mhm.
they're
Yeah.
important, and I think they are taken from a lot of horror films, where you're watching and going, man, if only they did this, they would. If only they
Mhm.
didn't go off alone, then they probably would have been
Yeah.
alive. Or even Scream made jokes to the quote unquote rules of
Mhm.
horror,
The
like
rules. Oh yeah.
don't say I'll be right back, or for some it's
Mhm.
like this is my last day of retirement, or my you'll end up
Yeah,
dead.
never say that.
Never say that. Or there's a bunch of rules that you look at going like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't go in there, but I'm white, so I'm gonna go
Mm-hmm.
in. And the black people are like, nope, I'm gone. I'm gone. It's like
Yeah.
I saw some shit. We're
Mm-hmm.
gone. Guys can go. You guys can go, but we're gone.
Yep. Yep. I love that. I can't even remember what it was for, but it was an old commercial where they break every rule in the commercial. They go and hide in the shed with all the chainsaws. The blonde does, of course. And if I had to add a rule just off the top of my head, I would say probably sleep in shifts. That's probably a good one.
Oh yeah.
If you're not traveling by yourself. Yeah, zombie movies, you definitely don't. I mean, how do you sleep in a zombie apocalypse? That would be the hardest thing for me to figure out, I think. Maybe
Not soundly.
walk maybe in paying homage to everything we all learned from The Walking Dead, raid any pharmacy you come across. Always take the pills. Get the antibiotics. I think that's probably a big one.
If you're in Resident Evil,
Yeah,
take the red herbs and the green herbs and mash them together, and now you have a powder that will help you heal.
there you go. Yeah,
that that's how that's how it
I would have
works.
I would have failed in that one.
Botany, everyone. That's how botany works, right?
Mhm.
Science.
Yeah.
Um,
Learn to shoot.
yes, learn to shoot, definitely. No, I like the rules. The rules,
Yeah,
really help out. But there
they're
are
good.
there are certain like things in here, like hold on a second. So, oh yeah, so there actually is a full list on Wikipedia here. So number one,
Oh, is there
cardio.
really?
Yeah. Number two, double
Mhm.
tap. Number three, beware of bathrooms. Number four, seat belts. Number five, no attachments.
No
Number
attachments. I missed
yes,
one.
yes, no. Number six, cast iron skillet. I guess
The
also
hell? I didn't have a number 6.
no,
Are these from Zombieland 1?
yeah, I think these are from one.
Okay.
No, I think also two. I think one and two. So I think this is like a full list. Number seven, travel light. Number eight, uh, get a kick-ass partner. Number nine, I think with your bare hands. I think that's what it says. Number 10,
No.
don't swing low. Number 11, use your foot. Number 12, bounty paper towels. Must because it's messy. Number
Mitch.
13, shake it off. Number 14, always carry a change of underwear. Number 15, bowling ball. Number 16, opportunity knocks. Number 17, don't be a hero. Number
Hmm.
18, limber up. Number 19, break it up. Uh, some of these are, so so. Uh,
Yeah, this is what a great way to incorporate the opportunity to spin off, right?
yeah.
Jump from 7 to 17 in your rules for your film, so you're guaranteed a great opportunity to fill in the rest.
Yeah, definitely. People are like, but what are the other rules?
Mhm, mhm.
So yeah, so what they're doing is they're actually going they're going west. Originally they wanted to go east, but then uh, we
The
get
girls wanted to go to
yeah,
Pacific
they're
Playland.
going to Pacific Playland. Wichita basically tells them, like where you're from, it's gone. It's all
Mhm,
burned out, which makes him sad because he had family there, but then again he also didn't have a really good relationship with his family, so he's kind of like stuck in between this kind of like, how do I feel about this?
mhm.
So they do end up going to L.A. and they need to find a place to
Which is
stay.
where it gets
Yes,
so fun.
and we get an awesome cameo too. But they end up
Mhm,
Tallahassee directs them to go to well, it gets a map first, map of the stars,
mhm.
um,
Yeah.
and then goes to Bill Murray's house or BM, like it says on the gate.
Mhm. Right.
It's like long driveway, huge gate that just says BM on it.
Mhm,
I'm like,
palatial. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
And
this is probably what everybody remembers the most if they've seen Zombieland is this whole sequence, which is absolutely so much fun. Um, and here's another fun fact for you that I read up on when I was watching this yesterday. Do you know whose house they were originally going to go to?
I a while back I remember hearing something about this, but you go on.
Patrick Swayze's house, and it was going to be dance numbers from Dirty Dancing and like Roadhouse and stuff. But unfortunately, Patrick Swayze was, going a little downhill with his illness at the time. But I feel like that would have been exceptional, had Patrick Swayze been of health. I could just, all the things we can picture of, the Nobody Puts Baby in the Corner
Oh
and
yeah,
the fantastic jump at the end of Dirty Dancing. But instead, we get awesome Bill Murray, which is
yeah, Ghostbuster fame.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Ghostbusters, and yeah, it's terrific.
And so they go in the house and they're just playing around. They think it's completely empty um, until, like, out of nowhere, Bill Murray shows up and he looks like a zombie, but he's not a zombie.
Yeah.
He's just in zombie makeup. Apparently, zombies react to the way you act, and if you're in the makeup, I guess that's how this world works. It's kind of like
When you're a zombie, your hair grows.
yes, if you're a zombie in like what was it, Shaun of the Dead? If you act like a zombie, and all the zombies think you're a zombie,
Mhm.
so it's like act like a zombie.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's like okay, I guess that works. Um, but yeah, so he's dressed up as a zombie. He shows up, and first they
Playing it
freak
off.
out. They freak
Yeah.
out, and then they realize he's alive. It's good, and they want to. So unfortunately,
Wichita and Tallahassee.
want to do a
They
prank.
they're hanging out with him tough. Yeah.
Yes. What was it? Yeah, Columbus is like watching a movie in the Bill Murray's like personal theater, and
Yeah,
Bill
with
Murray,
Little Rock.
yeah, Bill Murray comes down and does the whole zombie thing. They freak out and think he's an actual zombie, and unfortunately shoot him.
I
All right,
mean, they had
R.I.P.
to
Bill
know that
Murray.
that was they had to know that there was a risk in this prank. That rule number
20.
762.
Yeah, actually, rule
During the
25.
zombie apocalypse, yeah, do not prank and act like you're a zombie.
Yes, because
Don't do
somebody
it.
might actually be just pranking you and not actually a zombie.
Yeah, it's shoot first,
That's
ask
yeah,
questions later is definitely the name of the game in Zombieland.
yep, yeah. So unfortunately, he's sitting there dying, and um, uh,
He
Columbus.
handles it pretty
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Columbus is asking if he has any regrets or anything else like that, and he looks at them and goes, "Garfield." I love
Yeah,
that.
so good.
Like doing a sequel to Garfield, basically, the tale of
Mm,
two kitties.
yeah.
Uh,
Mhm. Garfield.
that was actually a funny little inside joke, but no,
Yeah, that
I
was
like the
great.
scene. I love that cameo. It was so quick, but it's like Bill Murray. Um, so
Mhm.
I know it would have
Yeah,
been
even
awesome to
when
have
he
Patrick
dies,
Swayze.
yeah, even when Bill Murray dies, you get Emma Stone, and she's like, he just gets me. Like she's such a big fan of Bill Murray's comedy that she's still cracking up when he's dying in the movie, which I think is, it's a lot of fun. Anybody who's a Bill Murray fan is absolutely going to love that scene. And then you have like, funeral for Bill Murray, pour one out, more bonding time, more opportunity for this sort of, band of brothers and sisters to come together more. And yeah, there's a little bit of a moment that
Yeah,
happens. Yeah, Wichita and Columbus start to get a little close. He's got something about pushing hair out of a girl's face or behind her ear or something. And of course, Emma Stone's rocking like these like face swept bangs, just, asking for it. And he, almost has his moment as they're growing closer. And then, they're interrupted by Tallahassee. I don't remember. He's like going to kill something
yeah.
or
He's drunk. He's drunk.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
naturally.
well, I mean, he was trying to do that with Amber Heard's character too. Like he wanted to
Mm-hmm.
take her hair and
Yeah,
sweep
he's
it past her ear.
fascinated
That.
with it.
Well, I think
Mm-hmm.
it's more of like he was probably like told like this is a romantic gesture, and he grew up like
Okay,
thinking that that is the thing that will sweep a girl off her
that's the
feet.
move.
That's the move. That's how I'll
Mm-hmm.
get in there. And unfortunately, he gets cock blocked, and
Yep.
it happens. It happens
Yeah.
more often than not. And we get to hear some really interesting things about Tallahassee, and because this whole time we think that he lost a puppy or a dog, and I find
Mm-hmm.
out that actually it was his son that died,
Yeah.
and it really like affected him. I mean, he's on the ground crying, and he's using money to like hundreds to wipe his tears.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what are they going to do with that money?
And
Really?
right, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and the sort of flashback opportunities that they add in originally when he was, kind of loosely talking about the loss of this person in his life previously, and we all thought it was a puppy. It was like flashback of him with a dog and, changing out the flashback with his young son. A great great film work and, another kind of fun way to move through the movie and get a lot more out of it than, not having to tell a huge, horrendous backstory, but drawing more emotion with just that little clip, I think was a good move. But yeah, he's human after all, this
Yep.
badass drunk zombie killer. And then
Yeah.
my favorite part,
Oh, go.
the next morning, the girls take off with the car again.
They take off with the car again, and because they're still going to Pacific Playland, even
Mhm.
though
And you know what? You can take the con out of the girl, but you can't take the girl. Well, that didn't sound right.
yeah,
That didn't work. But yeah,
yeah,
they're hardcore.
they're hardcore, but they didn't
They're
follow
hardcore.
they didn't follow the
Mm,
rules. There are specific rules,
mm.
and zombies are really attracted to lights and sound, and unfortunately, they end up turning on the whole park,
Yeah,
which is pretty loud
yeah.
and pretty bright,
Mm.
and it
They're like,
attracts
"Hey, LA."
yes, and it attracts a whole horde of zombies.
Mm. What a
So
fun place though to have a zombie fight.
yeah,
Come
so
on.
while they're on a ride, they look around and they realize that the whole park is getting surrounded by zombies, and they're like, "Well, this might not have been worth it." It's not
Hmm.
exactly the words they
Ruh-roh.
used, but that's probably what they were thinking. Is like, well, we fucked up.
Yep. 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 And then they amass a humongous kill count over the next, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 minutes, however
Yeah,
long this portion at Pacific Park is. Pacific Park? Pacific
Pacific Playland.
Playland?
Yeah, well, I mean,
Playland.
Tallahassee and Columbus come in to rescue them, and
Yeah.
that's when we get a really kick-ass scene with Tallahassee and his two. Actually, before this, they do find a Twinkies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, so we get this scene where Tallahassee like two golden guns they found, and just like
Mhm.
sets up tons of clips all around him to use, and gets this really heroic scene where the
Yeah, he
zombies are
turns
surrounding him.
yeah, like a he makes his own, which is, so perfect for an amusement park. He like makes his own shooting gallery, shooting from the inside out, and he is taking that part seems fun.
Yeah, it
I'm sure if I'd be freaking out if it was me, but it seems like it would be a lot of fun.
he does sort of a gun kata scene,
Mhm.
where he's shooting from side, front, backwards, and
Mhm.
all the different ways. Um, and it's
And
just
his
fun.
reload action.
His reload action,
He's
was awesome.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's a fun scene, and then we get you know uh, Columbus basically trying to save Wichita and Little Rock. They're stuck on one of those rides that go up and down, and
Which sucked.
yes, because it's not
That
stopping, and the
sucked
zombies
so
keep
bad.
getting closer to them, and then it keeps bringing it up, and
Mm.
then dropping down and go. I don't know if you've been on those rides
Mm.
before.
I have, and they hurt my stomach so bad. And all I watching this, all I could think about was like, what a terrible freaking place to be.
Yeah,
But you're basically like a cat toy for zombies. You're just like constantly being dangled down for zombies to
like a
try and grab
yo-yo.
you. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that ride seriously hurts my stomach every time I'm on it. It's a great thrill ride. I can only handle it one time around, and they're on there for, I don't know, like 50 zombies,
yeah,
however much ammo they have until
they're out.
Columbus comes along to rescue them.
Yeah, one of my favorite actually versions of that type of ride in my was a ride called the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror in
I love this.
In Disneyland before they got changed to the
Mhm.
Guardians of the
Thank you.
Galaxy. Um,
Hmm.
I miss Tower of Terror, and I wish they had never changed it. But that's just
Thank you.
me because I'm a big Twilight Zone
No,
fan
it's
in
not
general.
just you. Yes, same. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so
It
good.
was so good.
And here is did you ever see, oh gosh, I know you'll know it. On Saturday Night Live, Tom Hanks, David S. Pumpkins,
Yes,
where David S.
yes,
Pumpkins got his original start, which wound up becoming a little bit more of a character and eventually even got its own cartoon Halloween special.
and a
But
Halloween costume
that is
too.
one of
You'll
oh yeah.
find David S. Pumpkin's costume at any Spirit Halloween every Halloween.
Yes, but that original SNL skit was basically Tower of Terror,
Yep.
except it was just David as Pumpkin. That I can handle. So I've gone on it as, now Guardians as well. For some reason, I can handle that ride a little bit better than just the ride that's featured here, and I think it's because you've got so much prop and set around you that it sort of distracts you from the fact that you're over and over again, like, visually plummeting your ugh, but I can't handle those. It's too much. You just went to an amusement park. What was the wildest ride you went on this past weekend?
Um, the drop probably the one that
They had one of these?
they have one at Castles
Ugh,
Coasters. So it's similar to this one. I
yeah,
think the one in here might be a little bit taller. So Columbus ends up going to rescue Wichita and Little Rock on the ride and runs into his one of his worst fears, a
same.
giant clown, a scary looking clown too. This is like a Resident Evil clown, and
Yeah.
has a big hammer and everything.
Mm.
And yeah, that's you want to go on about the clown because we already saw a scary clown near the beginning of the film.
Yeah, clowns are I'm I I've I feel like most people are scared of clowns.
Mhm.
There's nothing creepier. Clowns are frightening. It's yeah. It's are you don't cry.
Yes, don't cry at clowns. Cry about what's in my eye. I think there's a
I
no.
love though I love mm, I love that he, uses like I don't know what they call that gimmick at amusement parks, but the strong arm, like strongman mallet to take out the clown in
Yeah,
his moment of heroic. So he chose to break one of his rules, don't be a hero, grabs the giant, whatever you call that, where you hit the mallet on the thing and it shows all the people how incredibly strong you are. The bell dings. Instead, he beats the shit out of this clown with the mallet and, runs to rescue the
oh
girls.
yeah.
It's a moment.
It's a
It's a
moment.
moment.
It brings tears to my eyes, and so whatever is in my eye as well. It's probably sweat. It's hot in my room
Yeah,
right
and
now.
yet at this point too, we've got, like, the last zombie who, they're out of ammo, last zombie climbing up that stupid, crazy drop ride, and, it's kind of a nice way to so many times in movies like this that final kill is such a big deal. And this one's relatively, easy. He just hits like the emergency ride stop and manages to not only bring the girls back down to the ground level in a very nice way, but also cuts one of the zombies in half, or the final zombie,
Yeah,
final girl, final zombie.
the final zombie. Yeah,
Um,
it could be the final girl.
yeah, yeah. He finally gets the action that he's been waiting for. Finally gets that kiss.
He finally gets the kiss,
And
and he finally gets the hair behind the ear.
yeah, and I love like he gets the Krista too. We actually learn one of these people's names because I guess that's the ultimate level of trust in Zombieland is, if you become more than, the place that you were headed to or where you were from. So, yeah, he finds out that Wichita is Krista.
Yep. And then they leave Pacific Playland all alive. Even Tallahassee, which we thought was sacrificing his life,
Tell
he ends up killing
and he
every
gets
single zombie.
yeah, and he gets his wish too
Yep.
because he gets a
He
Twinkie.
gets a Twinkie, a faux Twinkie, not a real
A
Twinkie.
fake a Vinky.
A Vinky.
A vegan Twinkie.
Yes.
Yeah. And now they're like a big happy family. Now it's official.
Until the
They're
horrible Amazon television show, which lasted one pilot episode, and it was crappy. It was
I
horrible.
didn't
Don't ever
I
look it
didn't
up.
see it.
It is really bad.
Okay.
It was
Just
completely
don't.
different actors and everything, and they were trying to do a TV show on,
Oh.
on Amazon, and it just
Mhm.
failed miserably.
Aw,
The
that's too bad.
and then they were like, you know what? How about we get the original actors back to do another movie instead of keep on doing this thing where we were trying to make a TV show out of this whole franchise.
That's what you do. That's what you
Yes.
do. I actually haven't seen Double Tap,
Oh,
I'll be
really?
honest.
Oh, you got to see
I
Double Tap.
haven't.
Yes.
Okay, okay. This movie feels like it's a good movie to do a sequel. It's fun, it's a lot of action, it's not anything like it, but just kind of by style and type, like babysitter-esque, which movies like that where it's just really good fun from start to finish, those movies are great for sequels. So I know I've kind of positioned myself as a bit of a sequel hater, but I imagine it's probably a pretty good one.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of sequels are better than the original. It's very difficult to make. I was talking to my friend today who I was at Zia, and I was like
Mhm.
looking at all the movies around me and looking at all the quote unquote sequels, and it's really
Mhm.
hard to outdo the original unless it's like
It is.
a really original story and not just, or even if it's a continuation, just a good written story. A well written story that people can kind of relate to in some way and
Mhm.
really, you know, like the characters instead of really hate the characters and like, why did you write this? There's no reason for it even to
Right.
have a sequel. So I, I really like the characters in here, and I think that the comedy is on point. The editing
Mhm.
is really clever. The music they use in here is good too. It really sets the mood. It's not a long film.
Mhm.
This movie's like 88 minutes. It flies by really quickly.
It does.
It's barely a movie. 88 minutes is like on the cusp of not even being a film. Like
Mhm.
it's
Yeah, it's got a lot of action. It's fun. I mean, it literally and figuratively, it's a wild ride. So it moves really quick and it's a lot of like little fun tidbits throughout, which make it the pacing really good. What is your what would you say in the genre is the best sequel
genre the best sequel of like horror or of
of horror? Of horror. It's funny
uh,
because I was sitting here thinking about it, and
I would say the best sequels, in my opinion, that were taken
uh-huh.
from horror ended up becoming action like thrillers. So I would
Okay.
say T2, Terminator, Judgment Day, And then
Mhm. Mhm.
Aliens, because
Yeah. Yeah. Aliens is a good.
Terminator and Alien were both horror films,
Mhm.
and then their sequels became action thrillers.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I
yeah,
agree.
they kind of
Yeah,
changed
especially
genres.
Terminator 2.
Yeah,
I always thought Aliens, I always kind of still kept it in horror, but Terminator, I mean, the Terminator franchise, I probably would have said is more like sci-fi action. But you're right. The first was horror genre. That's funny. Um, that's a really good answer. I was thinking about it and I feel like Friday the 13th, it needed some of the sequels because we never would have gotten the Jason as we know him today. Now, there's plenty of sequels in the Jason franchise that this is again like hiding. There's plenty of Jason movies in the franchise that I think were absolutely unnecessary and shouldn't have been made. But some of those are, I feel like absolutely necessary for the franchise. Same with Halloween, which we've talked about Halloween's differing franchises, but I feel like the best horror it was to me, have you ever seen Exorcist 3?
yes.
That is such a scary movie, and I think it's by far scarier than the original and so different. So I maybe Exorcist 3? This is gonna be the question that keeps me up tonight. I'm gonna be thinking about this. What other sequels? Anyways, sorry. Squirrel Hunt.
Squirrel Hunt. All right, before we end our review, give us your final thoughts on this film and your rating.
Yeah, Zombieland. So I actually have some friends and family members that this is like the pinnacle. They love this movie more than any other horror movie. Bill Murray is a big piece of that. I got a lot of Bill Murray fans in my friend group, but to me, I feel like this movie, I would probably rate it like a strong 7. I was gonna do a 7.5. I love this movie. I don't feel like there's a whole lot that is wrong with it. For some reason, it doesn't, make it all the way up to my top of the top of the top. Um, it could just be because I've seen it so many times, but I do absolutely love this movie. I love how quick it rolls. Like I said, I love that, the integrated topography. I always think is such a fun thing to do in any movie. Um, the actors, I mean, there's a lot of extras, but there isn't a ton of headliners, and the headliners that they have are fantastic. And some of them, have certainly grown into stronger careers since this movie came out. But um, I think too, as I discussed earlier, just the way that they use various pieces, at various moments in the movie to really do major character development in a very expedient way. I think this movie is almost a master class in that for any genre. There's so many movies that, in order for the characters to truly be developed, they take you on such a long road, and many times there's a lot of unnecessary. This does it very efficiently,
Yeah,
and I really appreciate that about it because you don't lose any of the pace, the speed, the action, the fun of the movie from that character development. But you get a lot out of it. So yeah, end of the day, I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna do a 7.75. That's what I'm gonna do.
okay, that's
That's new.
7 and 3 quarters.
Mm, yeah, getting creative.
Okay,
We only have two of these left, so
yes.
I'm
No,
gonna do hatch mark next time.
exactly. Yeah, Ruben Fleischer, who directed this film, I thought he did a very good job. And this is written by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, and I thought that the story was really tight. Personally, I would have wanted a little longer than 88 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 110 minutes at most, giving us a
Okay.
little more heart to heart with some of the characters, maybe some more backstory, maybe even throw in a scene or two of like the destruction of their hometowns, maybe to give more of
Mm-hmm.
emotional resonance to what will to the characters, except just hearing about it. To say yes,
Yeah.
your town is destroyed. Like, oh, that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
It, like
Yeah.
quickly flashes to their the scene where all of a sudden we see like a burned out place completely nuked or something like that, and it's like, oh,
Right.
that's like completely devastated. It's not just a small sentence on the script or in the script.
More destruction would
More
have been
destruction,
great. I
yeah, more
wouldn't have minded
destruction.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
the highway, the empty highway with all the vehicles stopped, and some of the cities that you could clearly see that they were stretching their
Mm-hmm.
$23.6 million budget to get
Big
L-
budget.
LA to look worse than it is. Um,
Yeah.
that was just a bad day for LA. There was really no special
Garland,
effects.
Texas.
There was no special effects, especially on Hollywood Boulevard. That was just one of those days where they hadn't cleaned up for a premiere.
It's like a Tuesday. Yeah.
Yes, no, I'm not serious. So like when they do premieres, they have to clean up.
Oh, I know, man.
It's terrible looking before any premiere at the Chinese theater. It's just like it looks like a
Mm-hmm.
trash heap on the sides of the sidewalks and
Yeah.
the roads.
Sunday mornings.
So
Sunday mornings.
any star that gets their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame makes a joke like, I hope nobody pees on my star, because they're going to probably have
Yeah.
someone pee on their star.
Man, I love LA. I love LA, but LA looks like the last time I went and really stayed downtown, I saw a live podcast, and it was when they were doing the Netflix as a joke comedy tour. LA looks like Gotham City on a good day. Sorry, LA, I love you. I really do, but man, you're right. That didn't take they give a lot of heat to Garland, Texas in this movie, but you're 100% on that. LA doesn't take
yeah,
a lot. I think that 23.6 was spent on the actors.
yeah. I was coming back from I was in LA last year, and I turn a corner and somebody's literally defecating in the middle of the street, and I'm like,
Bathroom.
well,
What
okay.
star was it?
No, it wasn't a star. I was on Hollywood Boulevard.
Dang it.
It was near the Philippine consulate, so I was like just around the corner from it.
Aw.
And I was like, well, I should have expected this. My friends who live here told me to expect that when I came here, so.
That's the thing, man. LA.
But
There was a great comedian one time who said, "Yeah, I live in the bad part of LA. It's called LA."
it's called LA. Well, in this case, it was Koreatown, so.
Yeah, it's one up.
Yeah. But no, this film it's fun. It's very snappy, great editing. I think, like I said, the only thing that I really have negative about that it's shorter than I would want it to be, because I want to live in this world just a little longer with these characters, and I want to have, like I said, a little more emotional resonance with them. There are scenes like that, especially with Tallahassee and talking about his son Buck, or at the time we thought it was his dog
Yeah.
Buck, until he really opens up. And no, I like the stories between the sisters as well, between Wichita and Little Rock. I thought that Emma
Yeah.
Stone was really showing more than than what she did in Superbad, and she
Mhm.
like this is going to be like a big star in the future. She's going to
Yeah.
probably do a musical with Ryan Gosling and
Something.
get nominated for Best Picture or something to that effect, and then lose, even though their
Mhm.
name was announced originally, and then they would lose it.
Yeah, that was awful.
That was awful. I still love that movie
That
though.
was a moment. I do
But
too,
I know
although
Emma Stone. Emma
Ryan
Stone is.
Gosling can't sing.
I beg to differ,
Just
but okay,
wanna
yes, and you're going to be attacked. You are going to be so attacked.
He can't sing. Sorry, I love him. He's so beautiful, he doesn't need to sing. It's just very nice.
He was
He
a Mickey Mouse.
doesn't need to
He was a Mickey Mouse member back in the early
sing.
'90s. I don't know if you remember
He's
that.
a
It
very
It was the same year
I
as
remember.
Britney Spears. What was it?
Yeah.
Let's see. JC Chazé, Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera,
Christina.
and what was it? Was it Felicity? What's her name? Not Felicity, but what's her name? She was in Felicity.
Yeah, the girl, Carrie Russell.
Carrie Russell, yeah. That was It was the same year. They all became big stars back in
A-listers.
Some A-listers, some big pop stars, but yeah.
I choose to always just picture him in Crazy Stupid Love.
I beg to differ about his singing. If you watch La La Land, then yeah.
It's not good.
I'm ducking out of the way here. I'm just like, I'm disappearing.
I'm gonna get you arguing with me on my socials.
Yes, how dare you?
Sing.
I'm gonna send you a bunch of Ryan Gosling memes.
Oh yay!
They're all shirtless.
Well, thank you for that. Yes. That's a gift.
No, but yeah, this film is fun, and it's definitely a must see. It only made like $102.4 million at the box office, but it did make it budget back because it's only $23.6 million, which is not a lot when you're doing like a big Hollywood blockbuster. I mean, it's no Backrooms or Obsession, but it's
right.
They made their money. They probably paid for the promotion. They weren't in the red. So yeah, it's definitely a film that you'll get a good laugh at. Some fun little jump scares, and a movie that really you don't have to like worry about. Like if your kid who's a teen watches it or something like that, it's not going to like give them maybe clowns if they're afraid of clowns. But then again, there are so many movies and TV shows that have clowns in them that
are way worse too.
Yeah, or way worse if you watched Welcome to Derry or anything like that.
Yeah. It.
Yes, it. Definitely, I would probably give this an 8. So you gave this a 7.75, but I give this an 8. I give this not a top tier score, but enough where it's sort of like it's a legend when it comes to like zombie films. And
for sure,
definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. It's currently streaming on Netflix as we are talking about this. If you're watching in the future, if it's not on Netflix, it's on some other streaming service. They like to bounce around. License get bought out and stuff, and you never know what's going to be on.
That was the best answer ever.
Yeah, it's like it's not on Netflix.
If you're listening to this in the future and it's not on Netflix, it's on a different streaming platform.
Yes,
go find it.
You probably have it, or they just made up another one, and you're paying maybe like $500 for all your streaming services. I don't know. No wonder Gen Z is going back to like physical media right now.
Yep.
But yeah, that's our rating, and definitely check it out. That's Zombieland from 2009, and a lot of people that a lot of young, Gen Alphas were either born or they were babies at this time. So
yeah, this is Zombieland review by Seattle and Philippines.
Exactly. and Philippine, just
Philippines. So where you're going, where you're from, right?
Oh, let's just say Iloilo. Yeah, there you go.
Iloilo.
Seattle.
Educate me.
It's a city.
Ico. I know.
Iloilo is a city in the Philippines. So.
Iloilo. Is it on the beach?
What?
Is it on the beach?
Is it on
the beach?
Close to a beach. So everything's close to a beach when you're on the island. So
just make us all jealous.
Come and visit sometime. Vacation is very cheap there.
I will.
It's actually cheaper to fly 100%. There than it is to fly to New York and like rent a hotel for a week. You can be there for like
wouldn't surprise
in
me.
The Philippines for a couple of weeks for the same price and go to a 5-star hotel.
Nice.
Yeah. So definitely pick up this film if you can, because it's actually a worthy buy as well. Like if you can find it on streaming, yeah, that's cool. But to own it is also cool too. So
absolutely.
All right. Well, this is our second to last, our penultimate review until we have a little hiatus. Thank you, LC, once again. Shout out your socials.
LC LDCD.
And you can find me.
Can't say it without laughing.
Yes, and you can find me at Gnerd Corner. You can go to LC's socials and yell at her about Ryan Gosling because
yell at me by sending
because you're wrong.
Shirtless pictures.
By shirtless pictures, yes. Like do like horrible spam of shirtless pictures of Ryan Gosling's like beautiful.
I mean, if Ryan Gosling can sing, so can I, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And if you've heard me at karaoke, then you would know. Exactly. If you know, you know.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you everybody for watching. And thank you everyone that has stuck with Horror Corner from the beginning, even through our audio issues, our video issues, things flying in my eye. Just uploading schedules being later than they're supposed to.
Missing episodes. You know what we should do?
We lost like 3 episodes.
We should take, if you still have them, we should like dub audio onto like lip read. We should bad lip read one of the old episodes where there's no audio. Oh
my God. It's like it's like what were we saying? I don't know what we were saying. But
let's talk about sports.
I'm sad that we lost Happy Death Day. That was a fun review. Yeah, I know. I love that one. And I think, what would we start off with? We started off with what was that horror film?
Oh, the naked girl.
Yeah,
the naked girl.
That was a good one, but we lost it because audio.
We lost the film and our co-host.
And our other co-host. He just disappeared out of nowhere.
Hoping I find him. Maybe he'll be at Mad Monster.
Exactly. He'll go like, "Oh no, you found me." I'm like, "Yes, I finally found you." Well, thank you everybody for following us and listening to our podcast. And we have one more review left, and then hopefully one day we will be back. So,
coming to you live from the Philippines on my vacation at a 5-star hotel.
Exactly. Thank you everybody for listening and watching, and remember to enjoy your chimichanga.